Most funeral traditions tell you what to do. A Sikh funeral is unusual because the code behind it also sets out what not to do. No monument, no lamp kept burning through the year, no organized lamentation, and an ending on a fixed day, after which nothing more is performed. Here is the whole sequence, and why those refusals are not what they first look like. A Sikh funeral is called Antam sanskar. It means the last rite. Its shape is set out in the Sikh Rehat Maryada, the code of conduct published by the Ceremonies Gurdwara Parbandak Committee in Amritsar. What strikes most people attending for the first time is how plain it is. No display, no ranking of one death above another. At the time of death, the body is left on the bed rather than moved to the floor, and no lamp is lit beside it. The code asks that only Gurbani is recited, or the name Waheguru repeated at the person's side. Families are asked to hold back from wailing and to recite instead. It is worth saying clearly that this is guidance about conduct. It is not a claim that Sikh families do not feel the loss. They grieve as anyone does. The body is bathed and dressed in clean clothes. The Sikh articles of faith stay on it: the kanghar, the kara, the kachera, and the kirpan. Hair is never cut or trimmed. If a hospital is involved, it is reasonable to ask that these are left in place, and that staff of the same gender handle the body. Neither is an unusual request, and the people caring for your relative may simply not know unless you say. Before the body is taken for cremation, an Ardas is offered. That is the Sikh communal prayer. On the journey, the hymns recited have one subject: detachment from the world. An Ardas is offered again on arrival. A family member or close friend lights the pyre, which at a crematorium becomes a family member starting the cremation. Those attending sit a little apart, listening. The code sets no restriction on the time of day or night at which a cremation may take place. When the pyre is fully alight, Kirtan Sohila is recited. It is the same prayer Sikhs say at night before sleeping. A further Ardas follows. Back at home, a reading of the Guru Granth Sahib is started, and the family share it between them. Not one reader. The relatives together taking turns. The ashes and any remaining bone are gathered and either immersed in flowing water or buried where the cremation took place, with the ground levelled afterwards. And here is the first of the refusals. Raising a monument to the dead at the site of cremation is not permitted. The reading should be completed on the 10th day. Where that is not practical, the code allows another date that suits the family. It ends with 6 stanzas of Anand Sahib and Ardas and the sharing of Karha Prashad. That conclusion is often held at the gurdwara and is commonly followed by langar, the free communal meal served to everyone who comes, whoever they are, and whether or not they are Sikh. Then, after the 10th day, the code is unusually direct. No funeral ceremony remains to be performed. That is the end of it. Several mourning customs found in the surrounding culture are named and rejected. Ceremonial pot breaking, organised lamentation, keeping a lamp burning for a year, ritual food offerings, collecting bone to carry to a sacred river. This is where a Sikh funeral differs most from what people expect, and it is worth understanding rather than reading as coldness. The refusal of monuments and extended rites is a statement about equality and about where the dead now are. It is not an instruction to stop missing someone. Practice varies between families, between gurdwaras and with regional custom, and Sikh families in the diaspora often do things a little differently from relatives in Punjab. If you are arranging a funeral, your own gurdwara is the right place to settle the detail. For more information, please visit God.co.uk.